Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd and Julie Chrisley's conviction sentencing concludes. Details. November 21st is a big deal for Chrisley Knows Best fans as Todd and Julie Chrisley's conviction sentencing concludes and the details are revealed. As fans know, Todd and Julie's legal team have been working around the clock in an attempt to get the guilty verdict thrown out. While the reality TV couple did manage to get their sentencing delayed, the big day has finally arrived. What punishment will Todd and Julie Chrisley receive for being found guilty of tax evasion and bank fraud? Will the Chrisley Knows Best stars spend time behind bars? What kind of fees will the couple have to pay? Keep reading for the details as Todd and Julie Chrisley's conviction sentencing concludes. Todd and Julie Chrisley conviction sentencing concludes. The details. Chrisley Knows Best stars Todd and Julie returned to court today, Monday, November 21st, for their sentencing hearing. Per Fox 5 Atlanta, the prosecutor wants Todd Chrisley to serve between 210 and 262 months behind bars. And the prosecutor wants Julie to serve 121 to 151 months behind bars. Presently, Todd and Julie's lawyers are arguing the reality TV stars deserve a new trial. Their legal team is arguing that an IRS officer's testimony was falsified because of the pressure she was under via the prosecution. The federal judge has just issued the sentencing for both Todd and Julie Chrisley. Todd Chrisley has been sentenced to 12 years in prison, as well as an additional 16 months probation. Julie Chrisley was sentenced to 7 years in prison, plus an additional 16 months probation. Back in June of this year, a federal jury found Todd and Julie Chrisley guilty of conspiracy to defraud Atlanta banks. They were also found guilty of tax fraud. Per the prosecution, Todd and Julie Chrisley defrauded over $30 million from banks in Atlanta. After years of public scrutiny, courtroom battles, and emotional turmoil, Todd and Julie Chrisley's long legal saga has finally reached its conclusion. The Chrisley Knows Best stars, once known for their lavish lifestyle and southern charm, have now completed their respective prison sentences. As the dust settles, the world watches closely to see what comes next for reality television's most polarizing couple. The news broke quietly but spread like wildfire across social media. Todd Chrisley had been officially released from the federal prison camp in Pensacola, Florida, and Julie Chrisley had concluded her sentence at FMC Lexington in Kentucky. For a couple who built an empire around their picture-perfect image, their fall from grace was both shocking and captivating. Now, with their convictions behind them, the Chrisleys are left to rebuild, not just their reputations but their family. A long road to redemption. When Todd and Julie were sentenced in 2022 for bank fraud and tax evasion, fans were divided. Some believed they were unfairly targeted, while others saw the conviction as the inevitable result of years of excess and deception. But now, with their sentences concluded, both Todd and Julie are reportedly focused on faith, forgiveness, and family. According to insiders close to the Chrisleys, Todd emerged from prison a changed man. Gone is the brash, quick-tongued patriarch who once boasted about having more money than God. In his place stands a man humbled by hardship, softened by time, and determined to make amends. Prison stripped him of everything superficial, one insider revealed. He had to face himself, his ego, his mistakes, his fears. Now he just wants peace. Julie, too, has undergone a profound transformation. Described by fellow inmates as kind, grounded, and motherly, she reportedly spent her sentence mentoring younger women and leading faith-based study groups. Her quiet resilience earned her the nickname Mama J within the prison community. She missed her children every single day, a source shared. But she kept her faith strong. That's what got her through. Savannah's strength and sacrifice. While Todd and Julie served time, their daughter Savannah Chrisley became the glue that held the family together. Barely in her mid-20s, she suddenly found herself raising her younger brother Grayson and niece Chloe while managing her parents' legal affairs and business ventures. Savannah's podcast, Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, became a platform for her to express the pain, confusion, and fierce love that defined this chapter of her life. Listeners watched her evolve from a glamorous influencer into a resilient young woman fighting to protect her family's legacy. "I've had to be strong for all of us," Savannah said in a recent episode. "But now I finally get to breathe. My parents are coming home." Her voice cracked with emotion as she hinted at a possible family reunion special in the works, a sign that the Chrisleys might not be done with television after all. A family reunion years in the making. When Todd and Julie reunited after months apart, it was said to be a moment of both joy and sorrow. They had missed birthdays, holidays, graduations, and countless family milestones. Yet, when they finally embraced, the world seemed to stop. There were tears, laughter, even silence, said a close friend. It was raw, real, and emotional. They've been through hell and back. The reunion was reportedly private. No cameras, no press, just family. Nanny Faye, the beloved matriarch of the Chrisley clan, was said to have been there, her eyes filled with tears as she watched her son and daughter-in-law walk through the door. Despite her own health struggles, she never lost faith that her family would one day be whole again. Faith over fame. The Chrisleys' faith has always been central to their public persona, but after prison it's no longer a branding tool. It's a survival mechanism. Todd has reportedly begun writing a memoir tentatively titled Humbled by Grace, which will detail his spiritual awakening behind bars. Julie, meanwhile, is said to be exploring a women's ministry project focused on forgiveness, restoration, and second statement released through their family spokesperson, the couple wrote, "We've made mistakes and we've paid the price. But God's mercy is bigger than our failures. We hope our story reminds people that no one is beyond redemption." Their fans, many of whom never stopped believing in them, have flooded social media with support. Messages like "Welcome home, Chrisleys" and "Grace wins again" trended within hours of the announcement. The question of what's next. While both Todd and Julie are free, the question remains, what will they do now? Their once booming reality empire collapsed under the weight of their conviction, and their family's reputation took a major hit. However, in true Chrisley fashion, they appear determined to turn tragedy into testimony. Rumors suggest that the couple is in talks with multiple streaming platforms for a docuseries chronicling their journey from scandal to salvation. The potential project would reportedly focus on forgiveness, rebuilding family trust, and the complicated reality of life after incarceration. They want to control their narrative this time, said an industry insider. This won't be about mansions and money, it'll be about redemption. Public reaction, mixed but hopeful. Critics argue that the Chrisleys' privilege and fame helped them survive what would have crushed others. Still, even some skeptics admit the family's story is one of undeniable endurance. Their ability to hold together despite legal battles and public humiliation resonates deeply with viewers who once tuned in weekly to laugh at Todd's sarcastic wit and Julie's calm patience. One fan summed it up best on X, formerly Twitter. They may have fallen hard, but they never stopped loving each other. That's something money can't buy. A bittersweet freedom. Freedom for the Chrisleys comes with both relief and responsibility. They must now live with the consequences of their past choices while proving to the world, and perhaps to themselves, that they've truly changed. The next chapter won't be written with designer pens or filmed inside marble-covered mansions, but with humility, forgiveness, and faith. As the sun sets on one of reality TV's most controversial sagas, Todd and Julie Chrisley stand at the crossroads of scandal and salvation. Their conviction sentence may have concluded, but their story, complex, human, and deeply Southern, is far from over.